Our next guest, the reason I'm talking through a megaphone right now, Dan, is and getting feedback as well, is I don't know, maybe our next guest can tell me how to talk through a megaphone, because you just heard Blake Grigsby. Blake Grigsby is a 20-year-old DePaul student who came up with that YouTube video you just heard a selection from.
And it's infectious, too. I want to say that your hair looks lovely today.
This is like, we're just like kids who like to play with walkie-talkies and things like that anyway. Yeah. Oh, I complimented you earlier. I said that you look great on Fox when you were talking about the mayoral election yesterday.
That was very nice. I think that's going to be the highlight of our podcast today.
It will be. Anyway, the reason I'm talking through a megaphone is because
Blake Grigsby is a 20-year-old DePaul student studying digital cinema who got about 580,000 views by just going around and complimenting people, as you just heard. It seems to be working. Thank you for coming in the studio today, Blake.
Well, thank you very much for having me. I really appreciate it.
And what was the genesis of this idea to go around complimenting people?
Well, I did a version of it about maybe a year ago, but I just kind of was just doing it for fun, and then said, I should film this. And then started doing that and got a good response the first time and started changing a few things and then did it again here in Chicago.
But why compliment people? That's like a random act of kindness. It's so spiritual. It's so kind. That's not what we do nowadays. Nowadays we go out and jaywalk and make people look like they're idiots when we go out on the street. You were trying to make them look good.
Yeah, well, I think that's just kind of what makes me feel better about myself personally, and I think it's easier for me to make someone feel better about themselves than to bring them down, I think, personally.
So how are the compliments received? Do people then return the compliment, or do they tell you to go pound sand and leave them alone?
I'm pretty sure we got some of those looks, but we were in a car, so we moved so fast, and so a lot of people didn't. A lot of times with compliments, a lot of people think you want something from them.
Right.
So with our car, we kind of just kept going, so people knew that wasn't the case.
Well, were you in fact sincere?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
You actually mean this, or is this again just a little touch of irony right here? I'm going to go around complimenting.
No,
people.
we definitely meant it. I mean, we were in the car, we were just driving around, and we could just look at a person. And some of the compliments were a little more superficial, like I like your hair, because obviously we don't know the person. But they were all sincere. They were all genuine things.
Okay. And what do you get out of this other than 580,000 YouTube views?
I think it's just fun to do. I mean, I think it was we just enjoyed making the video itself and just doing it. I actually carry around the megaphone in my car every so often, just in case if that moment comes up again.
Sure.
Maybe he pulls over a cop on occasion.
Do you see this, are you hoping for a daisy chain effect where then other people will start complimenting other people and we'll just live in a utopia where everybody's genteel to one another?
I think that would be the ultimate goal here. Although it's definitely not the intention. I just really wanted to show people that it is really easy to compliment people. People always think it's weird, and especially when it comes to strangers, people are always nervous because they're always fearing judgment of some sort. And as we showed you, like we're with a megaphone yelling out of a car, which is probably the worst way to go about it.
Do you remember something called Mr. Microphone? Have you ever heard of that?
Somebody mentioned that the other day.
Because there was this famous commercial, where a guy, it was a Mr. Microphone, and he says, "I'll be back to pick you up later," to a girl passing by on the sidewalk. And so I'm wondering if this is a redux of that, a 21st century version.
I have never seen that.
Okay, you're an original.
But
okay.
Where does this come from? Did you have a good upbringing or something? Because most people just don't go around doing things like this.
I don't know if I can. I don't know where I can say it comes from, but I can say that I have just the world's greatest parents. I can guarantee you that. I mean, they're absolutely incredible.
I think that's the answer. That's where it comes from.
Maybe.
Yeah. I'm trying to find
although I can't.
Wrong here.
It's not really fair.
I can't do it.
But it's not fair to put it all on your parents. I mean, I don't blame my parents for the miserable person that
I just met your parents the other night. They're the nicest people.
No, they are.
In the
They're very nice. I'm an outlier.
Yeah, right. I mean, you used to go. You'd come home from caddying for Michael Jordan, and they would say to you, "What did you do today?" And I don't know. And then they find out about it 25 years later on the radio that you caddied for Michael Jordan. So why don't you take this megaphone out, go out on the street, and
start complimenting people,
and compliment yourself?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, it's a self-esteem issue.
You also had another thing, a "Kiss Me, I'm Desperate" sign, which got 12 million views as well.
But how many kisses?
I think about 180. I think that's what we got
Wow.
throughout the entire day.
What's your
surprisingly.
next plan? What's the next thing that you're going to do?
We're actually coming out with a video at 1 o'clock today.
Really?
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
we
Breaking
come out,
news.
We usually try to do one every Wednesday, but with all the
Can you-
recent stuff.
Can you give us a scoop? And by the way, may
Oh,
I say you
definitely.
have very nice hair?
Oh, thank you very much.
Are you
Well
announcing for
spoken.
mayor?
Oh, not yet.
Not yet.
Give me a couple weeks.
Can you tell us what the topic is?
The video, another sign video where I'm going around with the sign. My mom actually thought of this idea, and it's great. It says "Hugs for $1," and so people always come up with $1 in hand, going, "I would like a hug," and they come in and hug you. But I actually give them $1 instead, and so we kind of see their reaction. And the video is just really cute, and I'm surprised on how many people thought they just won the lottery when I gave them a $1 bill.
Wait a second. If you get the reaction like 560,000 people like YouTube, we're going to come up with all the scratch.
Right.
You got to have a cap on this,
Or-
right?
Oh yes, we
How about a Kickstarter campaign?
Yeah, sure. That's a
there
good
you go.
idea. Good
Yeah.
idea. Wow,
Yeah.
you use Kickstarter. That's impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
That's
know
impressive.
what? That's very nice of you to compliment
You're
me,
welcome.
Dan Proft.
You're welcome.
Yes.
No hug.
By the way, we should keep Blake in the room, though, because as soon as he leaves, there's
We'll
going
be-
to
we'll
be a
be right
shouting
back.
match
Yeah.
going on. Well, good luck to you. What do you want to do when you grow up?
I think acting
Become a Mahatma
definitely.
Gandhi? Oh, no, okay.
That too.
Yeah, you want to
I'll add
act.
that to the list.
What
Yeah.
kind of acting do you want to do?
Well, I think any kind of opportunities I have. I mean, I'm doing a lot of things with YouTube now, and we're working into all these scripted content that we're producing, including a huge web series, hopefully next summer as well. And we're really excited about all these projects, and so getting into film and TV as well.
Who in cinematic history played a flatterer? You know, what role was there? Or in Shakespeare? I'm trying to think. Not Polonius. I'm
No.
trying to think because you fake sincerity very well.
Oh, no, but he's sincere.
I know.
He's not
I'm
a,
kidding
he's not a
him.
sycophant.
I'm kidding. Blake can take a joke. You take a joke very well.
Thanks.
I mean, if it was insincere, we suggest you run for alderman or something.
There we go.
Maybe
Well,
a
Blake-
suck toy
Blake Grigsby,
administration.
thank you so much for coming in, and I think we're going to spread some random acts of kindness ourselves.
Thank you very much for
Thank
having
you.
me. I appreciate it.
Blake Grigsby. What I want to know is how did they get the megaphones in here? The staff. I mean, we barely have toilet paper in this building.
Yeah, Mr.
Okay.
Sturvey's got a treasure trove of items.
Wonderful.
Yes.